Hello, welcome back to Amber's Tarot. So today I'm going to be doing a horoscope reading for Cancerians for the month of July. And this is the plate to confirm it's Cancerians. Just had to confirm because I have done it before where I had to stop recording and not do it again because I was doing the one for the previous horoscope sign I'd done. So, Cancerians for the month of July. I'll be using my usual 3 decks, the Oracle Messenger deck, the Art of Tarot deck, and the Dream to Gaia deck. I'll draw the Messenger Oracle first. Now the Messenger Oracle card is Time to Ground. So this is the overall advice for the month of July for Cancerians. A very simple message to bear in mind throughout the month. Grounding means connecting to earth energies. Grounding is something that helps to alleviate negativity. It's a way to getting rid of stress and negative emotions and energies through your feet into the ground. Our auric field extends down into the earth or Gaia underneath us, and our lower chakra energy bodies are connected down into the ground. So you can eliminate negative energies or less desirable energies by visualizing them going down your body and out to your feet and down into the ground. You can visualize a kind of taproot coming down from the soles of your feet down into the ground. It's much more effective and easier to do this if you have bare feet, bare soles on bare earth. If grass is your only option, then that's fine, but it is better to have it on your feet on bare earth if at all possible. However, if that's not possible, it doesn't mean it's not going to work. If you cannot be on bare earth, then I would visualize this energetic root coming down from your feet into the earth, because that will make it much more effective to do this. You can also energize your body by doing this. You can tap into the energy of the earth and then draw the energy up into your body. There's always a stream of energy coming up into your body from the soles of your feet and the palms of your hand, but most of us, it's so low it's almost undetectable. And some people can develop blocks in their chakras and their soles of the feet and the palms of the hands, which prevent the energy coming in as efficiently as it should do. When you have chakras that are open and absorbing energy from Mother Earth, you'll feel it as a tingling sensation usually in the palms of your hands, the soles of your feet, and as that grows, the tingling sensation will spread up through those limbs into your body. Similarly, when you are exuding energy through your feet or your hands, you'll feel your feet and your hands tingle and warm up usually. You'll feel them hot. That's when energy is coming out. And so, for example, before I started this reading, I grounded myself, so the soles of my feet tingling, and as I'm talking about giving out energy, I can feel it coming out on my hands now. My hands warming up. So, time to ground. The meaning in the book. We all experience moments in our lives when we feel confused, unfocused, and surrounded by chaos and turmoil. These moments are often unavoidable, as are the lessons these moments can impart. But how you respond to them is a choice only you can make. Take a deep breath and a moment to pause and reconnect with Gaia and nature. Seek the silence of the void within, whilst your spirit spirals downward to anchor itself like an ancient tree root in the cleansing embrace of the earth beneath you. Now I know why I had the visualization of tree roots in my head as I was talking about this. Okay. So, the next ones I should all be the dreams of Gaia. Switch to a new white sage wand. Okay. Okay, so I've got the 4 Dreams of Gaia cards. And now for the outer tarot cards to go with them. So, the first week of July, we have the 4 of Earth and the reversed Page of Pentacles. Pentacles are about your financial life. The Earth is home, family, and career. Okay, so these cards together are most likely talking about a project of some kind. This could be something that is a creative pursuit. It could be a job that you are doing, educational course of study, and it could even be your direction in life in general, the goals that you want to achieve overall. It's connected to finances. Something is connected or reliant on finances here. And the Page of Pentacles reversed is indicating that there is a money drain or a resource drain to do with this goal that you're working upon to develop. So somebody could be being a bit of a spendthrift. They could be overspending. They could be using your money, whittling it away on frivolous things, and that is a constant energy drain away from the actual pursuits that you wish to invest that finances in and finances on. It's far more likely to be a money drain, but it could also be from other resources needed for this goal or project. But ultimately, it would lead back to money. The other potential meaning here is that you're feeling restricted in some way in your goal, that things just aren't progressing as fast as you would wish them to. If that's the case, then look at the attitudes of those upon which progress depends. Somewhere there is a possibility of somebody having quite a pedantic and restrictive attitude towards it. Remember, everything is only going, your project, your goals are only going to manifest at the rate in which energy is invested into it by all those who are required to invest energy into the goal. The advice of the Four of Earth is not to give up. There's a risk you might falter at this point and think, this is never going to happen. This is too difficult. The advice of the cards is not to give in to that, because this is possible and can occur. It's simply going to have to be methodical. It's going to have one step in front of the other. Slow and steady progress. You will achieve it. You will get there. So don't give up. These impediments put in place in your life path, each one is going to be there to teach you a lesson. Something you are going to learn to overcome or to circumnavigate. Sometimes it's about changing ourselves. Sometimes about finding ways to manage other people's attitudes. The full reverse suggests that you take stock at this point. Look back and really appreciate how far you've come. If this is a course of educational study, or it's talking about a creative endeavor, or simply your career or your entire life goals, look back at how far you've come and how much you've achieved despite all impediments and obstacles, and celebrate that. Congratulate yourself for that. Don't harbour on mistakes or things or regrets, things you wish you'd done differently. Let them go. Just celebrate and feel proud of yourself for how far you've come. This will help to give you a new burst of energy and impetus to invest in this going forward. So the next cards may give us more clarity as to exactly specifically what area of life this may be talking about. And what we've got is we've got the Eight of Air combined with the Three of Swords. The Eight of Air is reversed. The air cards are all about our minds, our thoughts, our intellect. The sword cards are again about logic and reason. Okay, so these two cards together indicate that unfortunately at this time around the second week of the month, and this may be related to the same situation that the first two cards are talking about, where something simply isn't progressing as fast as you want, and there's an energy drain, financial or by and somebody's attitude. These two cards are giving more clarity to this situation. And these two cards are indicating that whatever this is about, whether it's about a relationship, it's about a career, a job, a creative pursuit, an educational course of study, whatever this is about, in this second week, it's going to come to an end. However, this is going to be a good thing. This is going to be a very important change in your life, because it's going to change you and your perceptions about things. This being paired with the reversed Eight of Air indicates that the problem with why this, whatever this was not progressing as fast as it should have done was you. It was in your thoughts and your mind, your perceptions, where the problem lay. And this is a time when that is going to be revealed to you. The Eight of Air reverse recommends that you analyze your thoughts and your memories. And there may be, our memories are changeable and they're not 100% accurate. And our perception and life experience and our ideas and our beliefs skew our memories. And sometimes that can give us a faulty perception of an event or a situation. And that can have lasting impact on our perceptions and our behaviors from that point onwards. If you analyze yourself at this time and you find that the problem with this situation was actually yourself, and your inner attitudes and behaviors. You need to look back inside yourself in the past and see where this is stemming from. There is something that has occurred, the cards are indicating, in the past that is a root cause of this. It could be a fear and anxiety. Something is holding you back. And this is an opportunity now for you to find the source of that and to eliminate it from affecting you in such a way in the future. The Three of Swords reminds you strongly not to blame yourself here. You're only human, and this is a life lesson. We are taught lessons by experience, by events happening to us. And this is a life lesson for you. There will be new opportunities and new possibilities. In order to prevent a repeat of this cycle, this is the moment you need to look at the source of the issue and change your perception about it so that you can change your behavior and your automatic responses in the future. I'll leave this card with this statement from you. The Eight of Air is a very challenging card because it symbolizes the need to look at your beliefs and behavior and question them. That's the key message here. It is your beliefs, your behavior, your perceptions which are the problem here. And this is actually related to your ego as well. Okay, so the next two cards, we have the Ten of Earth reverse. And we have the Wheel of Fortune upright. Okay, so the previous 2 weeks have led to a situation where you have removed a mask, a layer. A mask is, masks are things we all wear through our lives. They are layers of our ego, our self, that we present to the world in different situations. But they are created, each one is created by our perceptions, our thoughts, and our beliefs and our experiences. The experience in the first half of July for you has resulted in one of your masks being removed or very much weakened. And this is a good thing. The goal in life is to recognize our masks and then remove them so that we get to a point where we are our authentic self in all situations. So this is a good thing that has happened to you. You have looked within, you've looked at yourself, you've discovered new information about yourself, and you are working on eliminate the cause of that problem, and thereby you are eliminating one of your masks. In the third week, you're still under a bit of discomfort. You're still uncertain. The wheel of fortune is still turning for you. You're not sure what direction to go in. You're not feeling confident and self-assured. If you cannot find a discernible cause external to yourself for the cause of this discomfort, then that discomfort, that feeling of unease, is coming from within. And this is another area you need, therefore, to work upon. Where does that stem from? What event in my past has led to triggering now this feeling of unease? Once you are aware of where it comes from, you're going to be more in control of it. You still will feel the feeling, but it will be as a separate part of you, not one that's going to control your behaviors and your thoughts. You recognize it like an old friend, but you don't have to allow it to lead you. The Wheel of Fortune upright this week is a fortuitous card. It is a card that suggests a positive turn of the wheel at this point for your destiny. There is a destiny here that you are heading towards, and everything that you're going to go through this month, this self-analysis and self-healing and self-looking in the mirror at yourself, is necessary in order for you to head on the next step towards your destiny. Doing this process will bring fresh ideas, fresh inspiration to you. You're accessing your inner self, and by doing that, you're opening up to your intuitive abilities. You may find that new ideas suddenly become prevalent in your mind. Trust your gut on this and which one to concentrate on at this time. It doesn't mean you dismiss all the others, but the one that has your main focus. Don't ignore these ideas. Write them down as they come in at this time, because they may be integral now or in the future. Listen to your dreams, because your dreams at this time may be highly significant in helping to guide you as well. And remember the Oracle card's advice to ground regularly, to tap into Gaia's energy, and to release your negative energies, your anxiety, your fears, your guilt, your shame, your anger, your frustration. Visualize it leaving you down into Gaia, and then visualize energy coming up into you from Gaia. This will very much help you at this time. So the last two cards of the month, we have the Ace of Air and the Four of Wands. Okay, so this is a really good pair of cards at the end of the month, and very relevant to what's gone on before. So the Ace of Air is all about new paradigms. It's about a significant and fundamental change in your perception, your thoughts and beliefs that are going to change your direction in life. They're going to have a significant impact on you. This will be the result of the self-analysis and introspection you've gone through in the previous 2 weeks to discover the source of what it was that was holding you back with whatever this project was. What was limiting your progress from within you and why? and then analyzing these emotions that you have, this unease, this annoying discomfort, and finding the source of that. That will have taught you so much about yourself, and a mask, a layer will be removed from your auric field, and now it's like suddenly a new vista is opened up, new possibilities. You've got new ideas, new inspirations, new excitement again about your future is coming in. And like I said before with the previous cards, to write those ideas down, because at the last week of the month, this is going to be such an exciting time for you with all of this inspiration and ideas, that you're going to need that knowledge. Keep a record of it. You're going to be feeling motivated, full of energy, especially if you have grounded regularly this month. Like the Messenger Oracle card has suggested, it's like your battery is going to be refilled. The root iconography is also coming out in this Four of Wands card. This card foretells a broadening and enjoyment of your lifestyle, so it can indicate putting down roots. It can also indicate moving, so this could be moving home, but in this circumstance, I think it's probably more related to a move in direction in your life. You're going to be meeting new people. You're going to be socializing more. This could be existing family and friends. It probably will be, because you'll be feeling much happier and much freer. A weight's been lifted from your shoulders. So you're going to be wanting to spend time with family and friends, and they're going to be more eager for your company at this time. But I think this inspirational time, this creative period, will put you in contact with new people as well. So you may be developing new friends and new relationships. Maybe first a professional kind of relationship, at least a friendship, but you'll be developing new contacts and new friendships at this time. The overall advice is enjoy it. Enjoy this period. This month, the first couple of weeks of this month, 2 to 3 weeks were challenging, were difficult. It always is when we're analysing ourselves. But the rewards are so wonderful, because suddenly you see things in such a new light and you're full of energy and creativity. This is a wonderful feeling and a wonderful time. And the Wheel of Fortune was in a positive spin for you. So this is a very auspicious card and a good sign for your future. Remember to trust your intuition, your gut instinct, not your emotions necessarily, but your gut instinct. And remember to ground regularly. Let go of that negativity out into Gaia. If you visualize it, it's real. And if you don't believe me, just look into the science behind this. What you visualize is real. So if you visualize this negativity coming out of you, that's literally what's going to be happening. Okay, I'm getting the thought to draw another Dreams of Gaia card for you, so I'm going to do that. It's the top one. And we've got the King of Water reversed. Okay, so based on the context of the rest of the cards, there is a risk at this time period. You know, I'm talking about how you're going to be full of excitement and all this energy, and you need an outlet for it. You're buzzing. You've got all these ideas, but they're just ideas at the moment. The King of Water reversed in this context is a warning card about how you express that energy at this time. There is a risk that you're going to have all this energy like a child high on Coca-Cola and not have a productive outlet for it at this time. When that happens, we tend to seek outlets for that energy, and that can lead to negative events in our lives. So when we have a lot of energy that we need an outlet for, then there is a risk that it could cause chaos, arguments, dissent, and conflict in relationships as an outlet for that energy. Also be mindful. Many people, everyone is an empath to some degree, and many people are very strong empaths and have no idea. When you are full of energy, people read that off you. They're not necessarily going to be aware that they're doing this. Most people aren't. It's not that they see it. Some people can, but most people can't see it with their eyes. But their intuitive senses can read it, and they read that energy from you. And when people have issues and blocks in their chakras that impede the flow of energy in and around their own body, they are constantly looking for an easy tap for energy around them, because otherwise they're getting sick, literally physically ill. Now, what can happen then when somebody is close to them, or they come to somebody they're in a relationship with or spend time with that is literally full of all this energy? It's like they're going to try and tap into that energy to drain it off you. They're not doing it deliberately. They're not doing it malevolently. They're not even aware they're doing it, but they are going to be doing it. And one of the ways that frequently happens that people can drain that energy of somebody else is to trigger an argument. Do you know somebody, for example, that when at times they can be really argumentative? It's like they're picking and picking and picking and waiting to cause an argument. And when that argument happens, and with you, afterwards, you feel emotional, you feel distressed, you feel exhausted, and they got a smile on their face and they're glowing. They got all this, like they're full of all this energy. That is somebody who has a block and issues in their chakra system. And their self-preservation methodology here, because they're not aware of it, is not to seek the aid they need to rebalance their chakras and to access energy as they're supposed to do so. They're looking for energy of other people when they feel they need it. And that's why they get irritable, they get angsty, and they start picking an argument, because they usually target specific individuals who are also highly empathetic, because they know that they're an easy source to suck energy from. So just be aware at this time that those around you, some people may recognize and sense on an intuitive level how much energy you now have, and they're going to be wanting to get it from you. There's also a risk that this can happen through intimacy as well. And so my advice at this time is to guard your energy. Find a creative, productive method of releasing it safely and at a steady pace, such as painting, drawing, something creative you can do in solitude. And at the same time, visualize your aura, draw it closer to your body, because when your aura is full of energy, it can extend a very great distance. So draw it closer to your body, have it wrapped around you, and then toughen up the outer layers of it. You can have that like a mirror facing outwards to deflect negativity, but you can visualize it as being strong, like steel. If you know somebody who's in your life who is one of these people who you recognize that can take energy from you and trigger an emotional response in you because you are channeling their emotions, which triggers the argument, then you can visualize holding a shield of light and pointing it in their direction. You don't physically have to be holding it, but you can imagine it as a mirror in your auric field that's facing them. So visualize what they're doing is sending out tendrils of energy that are looking for ways to latch on to you and then to trigger this repetitive cycle. But if you toughen that part of your auric field and prevent them from attaching, you can stop it happening. You can stop yourself responding. If you do respond, and it's fine if you do, because this is probably an ingrained pattern and a habitual behavior, don't blame yourself. Don't knock yourself too hardly. This is simply a life lesson and something you need to develop and practice and learn. If you do respond, though, you must detach those energetic cords between you afterwards. So one of the ways I do this is I imagine rings of light coming down around my body, around my auric field, and as they pass through any negative energetic attachments, they simply sever them and they float away, just like a the cord of a helium balloon. Suddenly it's been released and it's floating away. That's one of the method that I use to visualize and therefore actually do so, is to detach energetic connections from other people who I feel are a negative for me at this time. Beware, because if it's somebody you know regularly, or is in your thoughts regularly, or if you are in their thoughts regularly, those tendrils are always going to reattach. Okay, and that's the end of the reading for Cancerians for July. I hope you find this helpful. And please remember to like the video. And I would be honoured if you would consider sharing it on social media and other platforms. And of course, subscribing for future editions. And I will see you soon and have a very good month, Cancerians.